What's going on YouTube? Got a really quick knife impression video here of the Spyderco Southard Flipper collaboration. This is just an amazing knife. That's all I gotta say. If you guys are thinking whether or not you should wait to get this knife, or if you get on the pre-order list and whatnot, just do it. This is, in my opinion, this is the knife of the year. If this hit Blade Show earlier in June in Atlanta, this would have been knife of the year. It potentially could have beaten out. Actually, I don't even know what the Bodega was. I don't think the Bodega was a knife of the year, but it's awesome. This is just so amazing. As amazing as the Bodega is, I think this isn't a knife that any person could just get. But this knife, it puts Brad Southard custom work, into the masses' hands, and to get a feel of Brad Southard and his work and what he's capable of. This knife. That's why I say this knife is a game changer. The other reason I say this knife is a game changer is because it really makes me feel like I probably don't need to own. I mean, I already know this, but with this knife, I feel like I don't really need to own any other knife. It's got a thick blade stock. It's got a titanium frame lock, no blade play whatsoever. It's got great, just superb steel in CTS 204P Carpenter steel, comparable to M390 and Duratec 20CV. So you got an awesome steel with great wear resistance and toughness and corrosion resistance and all that. Great EDC size, 3.46 inch blade, so basically a 3.5 inch blade, which is probably perfect for EDC size. Even though I like 4 inches and stuff like that, but at 3.5, this is a great EDC blade. Folds thin, so it fits the pocket perfectly centered. Again, at its blade stock, it's going to be good for tough work that you might have to do. There's only 3 things that I kind of dislike about this knife, and they're minor things, and I'm going to make the changes. And then after I make the changes, that's when I'm going to put on the full review of this knife. First is the pocket clip. Many people have mentioned this already in their reviews and thoughts of it. I'm going to acid stonewash this so it contrasts with the, or not, I guess doesn't contrast with the darkened, I think sandblasted and stonewashed titanium frame. So that I'm going to round off this part of the blade, this part of the pocket clip as well, so that it doesn't catch your finger and scratch it. And then the tip of this as well, it's kind of sharp, a little bit sharp. So I'm going to round that out with some sandpaper and just make it a little smoother against the finger, coming in and out of the pocket. Overall, though, the pocket clip is perfect. I think it's great. It goes in and out of the pocket wonderfully. Yeah, with no effort whatsoever, and it holds on to the pocket well. Second thing is this lanyard tube that Spyderco does a lot on their blades, and I kind of wish they didn't. That's one of the things I don't like about the paramilitary, right there. Obviously, so for here, this serves as a standoff, if you will. It serves to give the knife strength on the handle. But on this one, it doesn't. It doesn't serve that purpose at all. It has these 3 standoffs that are evenly spaced, and so you have this lanyard tube that is, to me, somewhat of an eyesore. You could easily just put the lanyard, through this if it didn't have the tube. Even wrap it around. Yeah, you can even wrap it around this tube here. The blade is not that far, or is actually far enough. Sorry about that. From this standoff that you could wrap it around here. That's not gonna, shouldn't cut into that lanyard that much. So I'm probably gonna take out this lanyard tube as well, and I'll let you guys know how that works out. And then the last thing is, I guess Spyderco took Nut and Fancy's advice and did this skeletonizing of the liner. You know, I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would not listen to Nut and Fancy and think that his word is, you know, God, and because it's not. It definitely is not. This knife weighs in at 4.1 ounces, and you know those skeletonized holes right there maybe made the knife like what, 0.2, 0.3 ounces lighter. I could absolutely deal with a 4.5 ounce knife, you know, and not have those skeletonized liners. And even though it's internal, you know, on this knife, I mean, for me, it kind of is a little detraction from its aesthetics. So just slightly, and that's just nitpicking. Okay, so those three things is all just nitpicking on a knife that is, in my opinion, pretty much perfect. So this is maybe the closest that I'll ever get to a Brad Southard knife, I think. But I hope I can get a custom one even more now, you know, having this knife. But again, game-changing knife. Spyderco, people have said this already, but they absolutely hit a grand slam on this knife. Being able to do a collaboration with Brad Southard was probably their best decision that they could ever make for their company. You know, this is a full production run. If you're a knife collector, you have to own this knife. So anyway, quick impressions on this knife. I'm going to have a full review of it after I do some of the work on this knife. Again, I'll let you know how that all turns out. So overall, just an amazing knife that I think everybody needs to get their hands on. This could be a knife that just replaces everything. Man, just like smooth everywhere. There's not a hot spot whatsoever on this knife. Alright guys, really quick video for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon on the next vid. Bye.